Nazi movement National Action is to become the first extreme right-wing group to be banned as a terrorist organisation.
The Home Secretary, Amber Rudd, described them as a racist, anti-Semitic and homophobic organisation.
Well, it means that being a member of National Action or encouraging support for it will now become a criminal offence. Our senior correspondent Ian Woods has been following this story. Ian, why did the government feel moved to do this?
They say they did so, they took the decision some time ago, but they delayed announcing this because of the murder trial of Thomas Mair, who was accused and found guilty of killing the Labour MP Jo Cox. Now, at the time, there were many people who questioned why Thomas Mair was prosecuted as a criminal matter rather than as a terrorist matter, because there was a feeling that if he was of a different colour and the victim was white, then it might have been seen as a terrorist incident, particularly if it was someone who had been motivated by Islamist extremism. Now, in many ways, the far right and Islamist extremists use the same kind of methods to try to rile people up and get them to go off and do things by themselves, so that the people who are trying to organise it and incite them are often the people who are not necessarily carrying out crimes, but they get other people so fired up that they do. This is the kind of picture that we can see if we go and look for National Action material online. They will stage demonstrations throughout the country. I think we've got some pictures that we can show you of a demonstration. Now, this would now be banned because under anti-terrorism legislation, you could not march around using materials such as flags and banners which advertise that you're a member of a prescribed organisation. There's not that many people belong to National Action, maybe a couple of hundred, mostly young men, and the feeling is that they organise themselves in a way like this to give the impression that they are more active and busier and have more numbers than they actually do. But this is what Amber Rudd had to say within the last hour as to why the decision has been taken to ban them.
Action is a vile group. They promote homophobia, they promote violence and terrorism, and they have no place in this country. That's why I'm taking this action today. Well, this will very clearly make membership and glorification of National Action a criminal offence. This will give the police and the courts extra powers to go after people who are those members.
Ian, 200 members, a sledgehammer to crack a nut?
Well, it gives the police powers to do things that they haven't been able to do up until now. And I'll give you an example of that. Back in March of this year, there was a National Action rally demonstration in Blackpool. And Jack Renshaw, one of its members, made some comments which attracted the concern of the Jewish community. It was reported to Lancashire Constabulary. They did a report to the Crown Prosecution Service. But as of a couple of weeks ago, when I last checked, nothing much had happened on that. But here's an example of the kind of things that this particular person, Jack Renshaw, who styles himself online as Jack Albion, was saying about some of the left-wing groups who were mounting a counter-demonstration against his own rally.
When the time comes, they'll be in the chambers. That's the police. We'll give them a nice trial. They'll be found guilty, and we'll execute them. I am a National Socialist. I'm not scared of that label. You can call me Nazi, you can call me fascist. That is what I am. Well,
so they're proud of their background, they're proud of what they say, but effectively this puts them on a power with ISIS and Al-Qaeda as a banned organisation.
Ian, thanks very much.
Now, Theresa May will use a speech this afternoon to acknowledge a disturbing